go. Stream elements. That might be mobile dashboard. It is. Alright. So, first things first. I'm gonna go to my stream on my channel. Via my phone. Check the stream out and see how everything's looking and sounding. Everything seems good. Next, I'm gonna check Discord. Check the bot and everything. Alright, throw this thing there. Alright, so now I'm going to go back to my dashboard, go to Stream Manager, share stream, which I can post on Twitter. Since I'm trying to do that since, even though it's been like a long while, but it still sucks to see that, it still fucking sucks to see that, Sony has gotten rid of Twitter, on the consoles and all that, but what can you do, I guess. I mean, it sucks because it definitely sucks, they shouldn't have really done that because, because one thing I say that's like so annoying about it is that, if I want to take like in-game screenshots to use for like, thumbnails and shit, I have to like literally take it from my phone and then post it online somewhere and then hopefully go from there, which not really much of a fan of, but it's the best thing I can really do. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started now. It's past the 4-minute mark and everything like that. So, as always, everyone, heyo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and normally I would be saying like, welcome to another installment of Shoot 'Em Up Saturday, but today I kind of decided to put that to the side at least for, or I kind of decided to at least like push that to the next day, and I said like, you know what, I'm gonna play some Elden Ring instead because, well, I'll explain more in a little bit, but yeah, I basically decided to play some Elden Ring because of the character that you see before you. Formerly he was known as Great Pumpkin Eater, but he's now known as Great Pumpkin Lord. Now, I know that now I'm pretty sure people are gonna be saying like pumpkin like I know pretty much like people are gonna be saying like pumpkin like pumpkin here and pumpkin on the titles like it's missing the P from the pump for from the pump. But um, originally I went with Great Pumpkin Year where it's like PUMKINITER, so to make it sound like it says Pumpkin Eater, but have it spelled enough to where it would actually fit in the thing. Because, well, unfortunately, there's character limitations. So, but as you can see, he is now a Great Pumpkin Lord, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But he is level 175 with 67 Vigor, 9 Mind, 42 Endurance, 30 Strength, 80 Dex, 7 Intelligence, 8 Faith, and 11 Arcane. His weapons are 2 Rotten Great Axes. One's got a blood infusement thing, one's got cold. And this one right here, the right hand version, has the Poisonous Mist Astral War. So basically with Scarlet Rot, Frost, and Bleed, I can also build a proc a fourth. I can also possibly proc a fourth ailment, which would be which would fucking be poison. His attire and everything like that, his armor, whatever you want to call it. He's got the pumpkin helm. He's got Bloodhound Knight armor, and he's got Godric Knight gauntlets and greaves. Now, I think these were something else at one point, but they're still kind of like the same in a sense. But I think like the gauntlets and greaves were kind of like a bit more silverish, and I was trying my ass out to like find something that would be somewhat close to like matching like a gold or like a bronze color, whatever you want to call the coloring for the armor piece. But just as best as I can do. Um, so yeah. His talismans. He's got Great Jarl's Arsenal, Bulgot's Talisman, and Kindred of Rots and Lord of Blood's Exaltation. Because both of these increase attack power when certain things, have proc in the vicinity. So like Kindred of Rot, um, it procs, increases attack power whenever poison or Scarlet Rot procs in the vicinity of, me. And then of course, Lord of Blood's Exaltation, where if you get just blood lost and go from there. Now, I'm sure people are gonna be wanting to see like what's under the hood of the helm. So there you go. This basically was a character. This whole look was basically like just something that I came up with, thanks to like what the game basically from what the game provided for me. Like, because this wasn't really a character I was like that I like took time on to like make like the face and all that jazz. I basically just took something from the game, made some slight modifications, like just play around with it, change the hair up, then bada bing balloon. So yeah, but I'm sure you guys are probably wondering like the whole situation of how this character came to be. So well, buckle up. So basically, in a nutshell, my friend Onyx, also known as Onyx the Gaming Machine, he basically was the one who came up with the idea for this character. Like he's like, hey, I got an idea for a pumpkin, you know, build bro that you could build to make on your end. I was like, okay, I was like, okay, what do you got? And he had sent me a thing that had like, the all the He pretty much sent me like like a sheet thing that I guess like he used from this this one website that has like like the name of the character, like the level stats and everything like that, the weapons, talismans, the works. And he was telling me that this particular character is basically one of Fia's champions, aka Fia the Deathbed Companion. For those that don't know who the fuck I'm talking about. And so I was like, okay, so I was like, I'm gonna have my little random pumpkin character while Onyx has his in the form of, I think it's like Goldward or something like that, because he's trying, because with his little pumpkin character, he's trying to like do something from, I think it's like Dark Souls 3 was like Sigva the Katarina, and he tries to like bring him into Elden Ring in a sense, but instead of like being an onion bro, he is a pumpkin bro. So there was that. um, Now, originally, this is going to be one of those few characters because pretty much all my other characters that I've made and played in this game have all gone to the end game. Like I've beaten this game like, let's see, I want to say at least maybe 8 times at most, because I know two characters are going to be kind of like special things that I play like with Onyx and them and such. But yeah, this character was originally going to be someone who was not going to kill Malekith, and thus turn Lindell from the royal capital to the Ashen capital. Now, I'm not full. Now, I'm not going to. Now, I will. Now, we did kind of talk about this last time we played, because me and Alex actually played some Elden Ring together. Um, pretty recently. Like we played like one random early morning and things like that. But um, I still like it's still kind of like his doing, but like at the same time it's like the thought process kind of like just running through my head about like should I do this or should I not do this? But he's gonna be a character. The Great Pumpkin Lord, Pumpkin Eater, whatever you want to call him. Or Pumpkin Eater at the time, but anyway. This character here was supposed to be at least one of the few that that didn't beat Malekith and didn't turn Lindell into the Ashen Capital. But Onyx was pretty much asking me questions of like, are you going to take Great Pumpkin Eater to the end game? And I was like, I don't know. I wasn't really planning on it, but then I was kind of thinking to myself, like, I was kind of thinking to myself, I was kind of pondering, like, do I want to be able to have like a thing where, you know, one of Fia's, champions, actually completes her quest line fully and becomes Elden Lord, and gets that, I think it's like the Age of Duskborn ending. So time and stuff, went on. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see how things go. See if I can be able to, beat the game and everything as pumpkin build here. So yeah, I ended up doing that. Things went pretty nicely, I'd say. And then, while me and Onyx were playing this Elden Ring together, he was like, can you help me out at Lindell? And I was like, I can't really do that because his whole thing per se was for me to like basically like to go to like particular graces, meet him there and put my yellow sign down, or put my gold sign down. And I told him, I said, I don't have a character that really could be able to do that. And he got annoyed and he's like, I told you this, I told you this, all this and that, whatever. But but you should have a character that has Lindell, as royal capital and not Ashen capital, and also not be Malekith. And I was like, I know. And he's like, I know. He's like, you know that, but yet you still do it. And I'm like, well, you're kind of to blame for that. And I still kind of stand by it technically, where like it was like he planted the idea in my head because he was always asking that question of like, do I want to take, am I going to take him the end game? And so, and while we are also, like playing Smeltery together, we also kind of did a little bit of a test per se, something for science, if you will. Um, so for those that don't know, in Elden Ring, there are these things called summoning pools, which I can go, I should be able to go somewhere around here to, show you guys what a summoning pool looks like. Because, one main area is known to be over here. So yes, this right here is what is called a summoning pool. Basically what happens is, you know, you, um, so what you do, so basically what happens is, you use a small golden effigy, and it sends your cooperative sign to several summoning pools that have been active. Like, whether you come up, and you touch it for the first time, like, oh, summoning pool's now active, or the ones that you didn't disable after, activating them. Because you can actually do a thing where it's like, even though if you activated the summoning pool, you can actually go, I'm trying to think. You can pretty much do like a little bit of a thing to where it's like, oh, I can, towards like, oh, I can be able to go to summoning pools and, do, like, pretty much like, just do this, like just go around, like saying, okay, I don't want to have this active, or have that active, whatever. And the thing we were kind of testing about was, can summoning signs still, be a thing if you and the other person have a password going? And thankfully the test was a success, because I helped him out in one of his work and one of his characters, and he brought me in that way. So so I was kind of thinking like, after our little, fun co-op session and all that stuff, I was thinking to myself like, well, now that I know that summoning pools can work with passwords, if both, you and the host, share that same password, that, things go well. Because originally I was going to probably have like maybe two characters, go to like maybe like New Game Plus or Journey 2 and, stop at Malekith. And one of the characters I was thinking about doing was with the dude. However, I don't really know the whole situation about the whole like what is the things like DLC Plus for for Shadow Retreat, and I kind of didn't want to really I didn't really want to have like the dude go into the DLC with like it being like a New Game Plus thing. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have at least. I was like, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take my pumpkin character here, and I'm going to take him to Journey 2, and he's going to be the only character that he's going to be the only character that will not beat Malekith. Speaking of Onyx, he's now online. But basically, he's going to be the only character that's not going to beat Malekith. He's going to have pretty much everything, as much as he can, like open and unlocked, and not have everything, from Liddell turn into ash. Now, will I go into the DLC with Great Pumpkin Lord? I don't know. I'm probably not going to do that, even though I might still, even though like I might still technically like do a bit of a thing where I have, um, where I basically like try and kill Moog at Mogan Palace to, go from there. Just to have it there. But anyway, um, but yeah, so I started Journey 2 and everything. All the map stuff is revealed, thankfully. So all I gotta really do now is just um, so all I gotta really do now, very much, is just continue onwards. Now I don't know for sure because it's probably not going to be a thing that I'm going to be doing like every single stream worth, but um, but like I said, I kind of decided to like just play some Elden Ring with him on stream. And there's probably going to be times where I do certain things off stream. But he will be the one character. And even though like I was also kind of thinking about like maybe doing it with Tarnished Guy as well, formerly known as Sir Romicum, I was like, well, I kind of wanted at least to randomly say that I have at least played and beaten Elden Ring in New Game Plus, so there was that. So yeah.
You there? Come over here, would you? Your tie, it's tightly. Oh, God, you breached. Farewell, but of course. The gates! Open the gates!
Alright, so I got that.
What's it? Step back. She's tarnished.
Shut up, Gusnock.
What did I do to deserve?
Alright, so there's that. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so I probably gonna like maybe do like a few caves and stuff like that, because I think the one thing I might do is I might actually try and keep Patches alive in at least this reality. Just cause, like, just cause. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, you know what? Might as well kind of do this. don't kill the dragon. The fuck? I don't know what happened there. Golden Spear. Now the one idea slash plan that I kind of had was I wanted to see if it was like maybe possible to keep Fia alive. You know, like, but like I want to like to just like randomly see if I guess if somehow it's like possible to keep her alive, so that way I could be like, oh, you know, I'm playing as one of her champions. I can go to her at any point in time. I can get a Baldican's blessing. Cause I kind of figured that like, you know, that would be like the like the lore slash story for Pumpkin lore, where it's like, you know, it's where it's like, you know, it's like sure, like he'll do like a little bit of a thing where it's like, I think like what, you know, take like 1 point of health until like, you know, he uses the Baldican's blessing, but it's like, you know, but I guess you say it's kind of like that little thing where it's like, you know, I do anything, you know, for my queen, you know, or like my queen, my highness, or you know, whatever. You know, like, you know, like just somehow making it, you know, just making it being the thing to where it's like, you know, yeah, you know, like to where like, you know, he'll try and go to her as much as possible, and every time, like, whenever he's out of a Baldican's blessing, you know, he'll go to her, get hugged by her and everything like that, and, you know, have one, you know, at the ready. However, he does have a Radiant Baldican's blessing, but that's something. That's kind of like, but that's something he's gonna have like a keepsake, you know, from like the past life, if you will, and like the past life before, you know, he decided to, you know, go on this second journey. You know, before he decided to go. Before he decided to go on like the second journey and hopefully, you know, try and restore things as much as possible to, you know, have like, you know, certain people be alive and everything. I'm gonna bring down Elevator. take too long with that. But by the time you think you can get, it's like, think, boy, you take too long with that. By the time you think you're gonna even get the, like, by the time you think you're gonna get something out of that, you're already dead. But yeah, I'm definitely kind of curious to see like how things go, like leading up to Malachus. But like I said, he will live for this particular character. And there we go. Okay, so but yeah, no, I was still like so amazed by I found it like so fucking satisfying. Um, Whenever I managed to in main game that is, like I managed to actually do a thing where I killed Mo, like main mode. I killed main mode first try, and I killed him before he can even do a phase 2. Okay, now I'm gonna get invaded by the NPC. And then Nigerus.
cesspool.
Yeah, you're a little late there, buddy boy. Alright. Murkwater Cave. Bum, 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 bum. Even a new game. So even a new game plus, you guys better do fuck all.
Well. Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings, huh? You scheming little thief. The gods demand repentance. Cough up your boy. Wait, please. I surrender. White flag and all. Finally come round, have you? I knew you would. You're a man of reason. True and true. Well, what do you know? You're tarnished, like me. Now, how did I get that wrong? I took you for a demi-human or some such. An innocent mistake, I assure you. Well, water under the bridge. Now we're squared up. How about we play nice from now on? A
Sure.
true man of reason. Just what I like about you. I'm Patches. Patches the untethered. Tarnished like you, only free-spirited. Nomadic, you might say. Only for now, those retired soldiers turned bandits. They're paying for my gruel. In exchange for my, well, showing them the ropes. But honestly, this looting racket is bloody terrifying. Frankly, I'm ready to wash my hands clean. Maybe set up a legitimate shop. So don't be a stranger. I'll be ready to wheel and deal come next time. Don't forget to pop. I'll be ready to...
Alright, so... You can return the entrance. I think that might also make it to where he now becomes like a merchant type of boil. But a random fun little thing is that whenever I made Pei in Elden Ring, she had like the majority of Patches's clothing. The only thing I changed really was the only thing I changed really though was the gloves. But then afterwards, like after I had made, afterwards, after like, I was playing around with, more outfits and things like that, for like casual look for Pei and everything, I decided to go with like I think it's like the altered Nox Sorchus thing. Because it reminded me of an outfit. Because the look reminded me of an outfit that was made when Inverted Shadow tried to make like a model thing based around pay and all that.
Well, nice of you to drop in finally. It's all a bit ad hoc, but I'm sure you'll find something. And welcome to Patch's Emporium, where you won't need a refund, because everything's top notch. Yeah, I had those bandits make a clean break. Now they're all suppliers, and good ones at that. I mean, they don't understand a word I'm saying, but it hardly matters. We have a natural connection. They're all foot soldiers, survivors of a defeated army, worked to the bone by their high and mighty lord, only to be thrown out with the rubbish. It's the same old story everywhere I go. To hell with it all. Wondering what's inside the treasure chest. Well, it's nothing too special. Just something I'm saving as thanks for a very valuable customer. But then again, it would fetch some spectacular coin. And besides, this valuable customer could be a long time coming. Huh? Everything is give and take. Give and take.
Alright, so like that. My band daggers. Another one's just for hell of it. Bargain shackles. That.
Cheers for that.
Cheers for that. Alright, let's see. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go down at the bottom of the map area, you know, just kill some stuff there. And then probably after that I'll, make my way through like Stormvale or whatever, and then kill some shit there. So that way I can be able to at least get Godric's Great Run again. Alright, touch grace. You're not gonna get me that. You're not gonna get me that wolf doggo. Yeah, because it is Journey 2, slash plus. They have a little bit more health. No. You are a bad horse. Bad horses must die. Golden skull.
You there. Could you help us out, Cully? What'd you go and do that for? Awesome. You were just... Thank you. I was pushed out and I ended up... Oh, when they... And so this is... Or I couldn't Venom.
Right.
I'm...
That's not a hit. That's not a hit. That's not a hit. Alright, get things in here. Great axe. What the hell you think you're doing, here, boy? You blow the horn all you want, it's not gonna make much of a difference. So you guys barely do fuck all. Yeah. I can do that too, bitch. Get out. Whee! It's over there, but I want to kill this boy. He deserves to die because he's a barbarian. Barbarian boys like him deserve to die. Blah 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 blah. Get him again. Get him again. Yeah, because he does not deserve to live. Okay, stop stunning me. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. Fuck off. You're not allowed to fucking, take me out of my thing. Boom, sword.
Hello? Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn to the south. The servants there have rebelled. I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. As commander. I fear for father's life. The servants are full of wrath, filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different at Castle Morn. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father at the castle? My sole wish is that he escape, even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe. Thank you. Dearly, and please, take this. Deliver it to my father, who remains in the castle, if you please.
Alright. Let's go to our ting. Grace here. Max try to turn it to nighttime because I believe there should be a night's cavalry. around here. Coming from over there. Yo, boy, yo. Okay, fuck off with that. Game, why did you not give me the pistol stab spray, whatever? Shield, Nightmare Flail. Alright. Well, there's a giant arrow shooting golem over there. Alright. Castle Morn. Got the big boy. I don't know if he'll stick around throughout like the whole run or whatever, but yeah. Okay, no, it's yeah, it is apiary. stance break, but I think I heard a stance break sound, but no stance got broken. Hey, Lowell. Good to see ya. Hope you're having a good Saturday and everything. I'm doing alright. A wee bit tired, but I'm doing alright.
I'm sorry, but whatever, you take this. I see. Thank you. But I can't, even if they're too sure that...
Pretty much just playing some Elden Ring, because I decided to take this character into Journey 2, aka New Game Plus. So that way I can be able to have him be at least one character that does not turn Lindell from the Royal Capital to the Ashen Capital.
If you see Arena, do her father...
Meaning that meaning that my main goal is to try and get all the way to Malekith, or Drunk of the Beast Clergyman. Yeah, right now I'm kind of just taking a little bit of a slight detour to, to kill a random optional boss. Just like just like those, like, get the graces and everything. So key. Cleaver. It's forward, guy. Twin Talisman. Gotta love when you find this thing, get your flask going to full. And yeah, the one thing about this, one thing about this build is that he's going to be pure flask. He's going to be pure Crimson Tears. He's not going to be using any, he's not going to have any cerulean. Even though it's probably like that slight part of me that's like, should I try and have at least one now? But it's like, eh. No, I'm not gonna fucking that. No! I'm not gonna die to rats. No! I'm not gonna fucking die to rats. I would honestly like fucking end the stream there if it was gonna somehow die to a fucking rat. Alright, so chill here, get everything situated. I'm gonna kill the boy over here. I forgot that there's more than one, but he's dead regardless though. And Edgar. I have never fucking seen his summon sign here before. Greatsword, which I could use, but I think I have to two-hand it. Hell. Alright, so this boss taken care of, so I'm gonna make gate time. While I wait, check some stuff real quick. I know a certain someone decided to do a random ass little stream and everything today. And I know that, you know, he'd be wanting me to raid into him after I'm done with my stream. Because apparently he was a bit hurt last time when I did my stream, but I didn't wade into him. Despite the fact that I did not know how long the fuck he was going to go. So... let's see. Yeah, my friend Onyx is doing a random ass drunk stream. Where apparently he's doing a random ass little drunk stream thing where he's trying to play Bloodborne at blood level 4. And from what I can remember, he said that he's gonna be trying to see about doing the DLC at blood level 4, which is like, is that really necessary? Because, funny enough, even though like I know he's gonna do it solo, but I remember like the time whenever I tried to do like I remember the time like whenever I got to Lawrence, aka the fucking like first boss random DLC. Like I try to do a bit of a thing where it's like I'd summon in like a random NPC, you know, that could possibly help, because I didn't really want to like, you know, deal with the bosses on my own, especially deal with Lawrence of all people. And so I was pretty much like, you know, fuck it. You know, Cause basically in a nutshell, like I activated the DLC and you know, got like a few things from it, so that way I could be like I activated the DLC on Bloodborne, and I got a handful of things from it, so that way I could be more powerful. I almost kind of feel like at times that, you know, no matter how quick you are to try, you know, like fucking, you know, stop Horn Boy, you know, from snitching. I feel like it's almost like rare, like it's so rare. Alright, make your booms. old boy tried to stab me in the butt. Ow, ow. Never kick me in the head or anything like that ever again. Alright. Go in here. Stop that. You're not allowed to do that. Okay, sword talisman. And rusty key. Yeah, I don't know 100% for sure, but this may technically be a bit of a short stream today. If anyone's you know like wondering if like I'm doing okay, it's like basically it's like yeah, you know, like I'm all right. It's just I'm kind of tired and you know like trying to have like my eyes open for certain moments and stuff like that. It's like a bit tricky. Plus, you know, it's like trying to put my mindset into doing everything, you know, to make progress with, you know, like with this character build and everything. Probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to see if I can beat Godric, and then afterwards, I might end actually. Yeah, but oh, apparently I never actually fucking I never hit the summoning pool for this.
The pleasure's mine. I'm looking when I'm not hot-foot enough about this place is not exactly a... I see. Here to challenge Godric and lay your hands upon a great rune, are you? You can see it then, I take it. The guidance is grace. Enjoy it while you can. I'm tarnished, like you. But unlike you, I've seen neither hide nor hair of this guidance. Still, I'm privy to a few. Would you care to learn one? As a fellow Tom.
Pebble, carrying great swords, weapon.
The battle art you've learned is of the glintstone. They were conceived in the past. Fascinated that the gold with the order such adapted.
Alright. Ooh, I got a Crescent Moon Axe. I'll see if I have that thing on pay. Or something Master Stream. Cause I kind of been doing like a bit of a thing to where it's like, I have pay, have like, a whole bunch of shit on her person. Doing like weapons, armors, from things like weapons, armor, you know, and all kinds of stuff. Like I think like I almost want to say like Pei is probably going to be like the be all end all character that I have. That you know, I have like a lot of stuff and it's done a lot of stuff. Altered. Full flesh. That honestly should not have hit. Island Axe. Touching bolsters. So I believe those like alleviate blood loss build up. Yeah, a little shortcut here, go back to Disgrace. Might as well do it so we can get, you know, a reset of everything. butterfly. Somber. Bisschen stone. Duh. Let's do it up there. Alright, now I'm going to just run past all this stuff for the most part. I'll do this stuff with my downtime, which I don't really want to do right now. Ow, ow, ow! How dare you give me the backhand? Whatever type of thing that you were trying to do. Okay, so I believe that you can go this way. Я missed. Okay, yeah, here we go. Probably Lou should be in here.
Be proud. You are a fine warrior. Well, who do we have here? Tarnished, are you? Clearly not one of Godric's lot. I am Nepheli Loux. Tarnished and warrior, like you. I'm here by decree of my father. How utterly repellent this is. This grafting of Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds. If you intend to challenge Godric, I ask you call upon me. The winds run foul with his deeds. I'm certain father would permit me aid the fight. Apologies, as fellow down whatever.
Alright. action that it hits. We should be dying any moment. There we go. War. Alright, so bring in the Philly Luke, cause why the fuck not? Blessing. Skip this, cause don't give two shits. I call bullshit on that. Poison fuck, call it rot.
We'll return together to our home, bathed in a race of gold.
Alright, so Godric's Great Run. Alright, so now I believe that I have 2 of Godric's remembrances, so I might I might do a bit of a thing to where I might do a bit of a thing where it's like I use one that's, you know, I might use one that I get like a duplicate of or something.
Are you kind? Let's grieve anchor until it the tragic across the far but the great so brave seek to become little. Well, is and I'll the thing. Now let's do.
I'm guessing that because of I'm kind of guessing that because I didn't use God's Great Run, that it doesn't actually like duplicate that. Anyway. But yeah, so I kind of hate to do this, but I am kind of sleepy, so I'm going to go ahead and actually call it here for today. Hello? Trying to do the right thing, but it's like, alright. So then we're going to kind of put, we'll equip our weapon stuff for right now, at least. But, yeah, that's going to be where we're going to end for today. Or tonight, I guess it is kind of nighttime, technically. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I want to follow the thing. But, and of course, I get fucking ads. But yeah, like I said, I do apologize, for kind of ending a little bit earlier than normal, but I am pretty worn out. Yeah, pretty kind of tired. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stay awake, for about like an hour more or whatever. Trying to, kill shit in Elden Ring, but I'd say for the most part, though, we managed to at least kill one optional boss and one main boss. So, probably like the next time. So next time that I go through and everything like that. But mainly like next time I go through this I don't know what I'm trying to say. Next time that I do any possible, Elden Ring stream with Pumpkin Lord, that, he'll probably, hopefully, like, at least have Godric's Great Rune active. At least, because I don't really know for sure about, like, some of the stuff that he's going to be doing, but I think like for the most part, he's probably going to be rocking. He's probably going to be like rocking Godric's Great Rune to have like at least 10 points to all of his stats and things like that. But yeah, I'll probably do that on my downtime. Like I said, I'm probably not gonna be doing like every single thing on stream with him. I'm probably gonna like doing like bits and pieces here and there, especially like if I feel like like I'm just wanting to like maybe just do some streaming and everything, especially with Elden Ring. Because otherwise then I'll be like, hey, I could just like maybe like load up Paige builds and do some random co-op like I've been doing for the most part with her, because I often do play Elden Ring on my downtime, especially like whenever I just randomly like just send my summoning signs out, my summoning sign out to the pools and things like that, and be like, hey, let's see what happens. But yeah. But yeah, probably gonna try to see what I can do stuff with there. I'd say probably like at most, if I decide to be like, oh okay, I'll probably just do some more Elden Ring stuff, like maybe tomorrow or something like that, because I know that I said that I was gonna be doing like some like some Doom 2 and all that, but I don't know. It kind of it kind of like all depends on like my mood and just things I want to try to maybe like do. Um, just do it now and then, but we'll have to just wait and see. Like we'll just wait and see. If I decide to be like, okay, I'm gonna try to do Doom 2 with the Morg mod, or I might I might just do some Elden Ring or something like that. I mean, because I feel like probably like at most, right? If I have stuff I can be able to do, leading up to like maybe like Thursday or something like that, then probably I might do Elden Ring on that day, kind of like a little like a tarnished Thursday type of thing, or something. But like I said, it all kind of depends on my mood and how I feel, like and all that stuff. So that's pretty much like the beauty of finding out, especially whenever you get follow the channel and everything like that. So yeah. But but yeah, so we are going to end. We are going to raid. We are going to raid into Onyx because he's doing a blood level 4. Or he's doing a drunk blood level 4 stream on Bloodborne, which I told him, I said like, hey, if you want to do like a VC thing, but he's like, nah, I need all my brain cells and things like that, so I can be able to put all my focus and energy onto this run. Which, fair enough. But yeah, until the next stream and everything like that, though, as always, I just want to say first and foremost, thank you guys so much for watching. I really and truly appreciate it. I know I might sound out of it and everything like that, but I still really and truly do. Like, I really appreciate like any kind of support, whether it's big or small, but if you like what you saw today, though, and you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all these really good stuff. And also, of course, feel free to follow me on Twitter. So yeah. But anyway, like I said, we're gonna raid the Onyx and everything like that. But until I see you guys in the next video or live stream, as always, take care, everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.